It may now look like peace in these streets away from the airport in Kabul, but there's danger hiding in plain sight. Consider who was at this high-level meeting just days ago. Former Afghan President Hamid Karzai on the left, negotiating directly with the chief of the brutal Taliban offshoot, the Haqqani network. Their leadership, a longtime target of the FBI after deadly attacks. This truck bombing 4 years ago near the German embassy in Kabul killed more than 150 people, and the Haqqanis are just one of the militant groups now emboldened by the Taliban's takeover.
The number one concern is their strategic relationship with al-Qaeda.
Remember, the Taliban gave safe haven to Osama bin Laden to plan the 9/11 attacks, and Afghanistan hosted camps where al-Qaeda would train children to fight, highlighting the long-time ties between the militant group and the Taliban. This former CSIS intelligence analyst warns about that enduring relationship.
Whether or not the Taliban is in a position to dictate terms to al-Qaeda in the long term, I think remains to be seen, and be ready for the possibility that al-Qaeda will try to launch attacks from Afghanistan.
When the Trump administration struck a deal with the Taliban for U.S. troops to pull out, a key condition was this: the Taliban will prevent any group in Afghanistan from threatening the security of the United States and its allies, and will prevent them from recruiting, training, and fundraising. A promise that's left Western leaders unconvinced.
Those now taking power have the responsibility to ensure that international terrorists do not regain a foothold.
For Afghans, though, there's a more imminent threat, with videos circulating purporting to show Taliban militants carrying out punishment in the streets and door-to-door raids. Nasreen Nava got out just before the Taliban arrived.
It's a huge difference, like right now, if you compare just 2 weeks. And we see that women were beaten just because of their clothes.
It's a nightmare for Afghanistan and a potential threat for the globe. The men with the guns are in charge now, but can't control what happens next. Thomas Dagle, CBC News, Toronto.